That's okay. I don't want to talk either. You don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Let's just sit here. I'm not gonna pick up on the subliminal messages that you're telepathically sending me. Nope. Yes, I know I can, but it requires a lot of focus and time and energy, and I'd rather eat chocolate or watch something. Like, why can't you just tell me? Wouldn't that be more simple? And you're like, nope, 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 you need to understand me. I understand you, you need to understand me. Okay, let me put it this way. If you can make a split, that's very cool. Does that mean everyone you're dealing with has to also know how to make a split? Some of you dirty minds are going to be like, oh, you know what I mean. Think about a different craft that you know how to do. No, not everybody are capable, and if they're capable, feel like they need to, when there are words that we can use to communicate. Yes, I'm shading you, Aqua. No, because an existential shift is when you're perfect, and when I tell you that you're perfect, and that's how we existentially shift. I mean, you clicked here. You didn't want to talk. You're like, okay, I'm going to click the video and Morgane will talk. And then I don't have to talk. I don't know, I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood to not give you what you want. I'm in a mood to be like, nah, what you gonna do? You're gonna be like, oh, you'll just see, I'll think of something. I know you will. You'll think of something and it will be poignant and sharp. And you'll win. Because when you decide, if you decide to do that to someone, you win because you're good at it. Not because you're mean. No, you're good at it because you're very, very smart. What you're not so good at is differentiating between smart right and smart not right. Because for you, if it's smart, then it's right. Nope. Kindness should also take center stage. If it's smart and it's kind, you got yourself a winner. If it's smart, unkind, however helpful to the person, it comes from a kind space, a kind goal, it can be discussed. It's a possibility. But if you're just showing them that you're smart and that you got them, you lose. Why am I telling you this? Why am I shading you? Well, the truth, Aquas, I really love you guys, but you've been hurting people. I'll be honest with you right now, okay? Bear with me. Saturn moving through your sign brings out the Saturnian energy from you, in you. And it can be brutal. Now for you it's Monday. You don't get overwhelmed. But for others, it's like a cutting sword. Whether it's the words that you say or the words that you don't say. And we're living through very karmic times. Karmic times aren't just about karma delivered. It's also about karma being accumulated. And this is where I'm being kind. I don't want you to accumulate karma like that. I don't want you in the future to be in a vulnerable situation and have someone not even step over you, just kind of step above you like you're not even there. It's something you know you can do. You've been told that. Maybe you acknowledged it. Maybe you're like, no, that's not true. But when you're told this again and again, the worst type of cruelty is when you tell yourself you're doing it because you're free. That is the biggest shadowy aspect of Aquarius, being cruel in the name of freedom. You already know all the amazing aspects and attributes of you, Aqua. I've been kissing your ass for the past few months in your readings, telling you how important you are to humanity and how much power you have. And it's true, which is exactly why now I'm emphasizing, don't go there, don't be there, don't stay there, if that's where you're at or tempted to be. If they made a mistake, they stumbled, they made a mistake. Punishing them like that, that in and of itself will be something to answer for. Not even to them, maybe in the future it will circle back and they'll confront you. But maybe some other way. Not through them. You'll get to realize how it feels. I don't think anyone should know how it feels to be skipped above. When you step over someone, at least you acknowledge their existence, right? At least you're admitting that they exist. But when you don't even do that, when they're non-existing to you, you just cancel their existence. Maybe if you don't expect yourself to be so perfect in your quirky imperfections, maybe you won't expect others to be perfect in their quirky imperfections. And that way you won't get mad at them when they don't live by that, you know? When they don't live up to your expectations, and then you don't punish them. I don't know what is it about the Aquarian archetype that is so much about also so many other things, but also about punishment. And I bring this part of you up because it's so relevant to the message that is coming through. And some of you are going to do what you do, what I say that you do, and you're going to punish me and leave my channel and don't acknowledge my existence anymore. It never happened. Okay. Some of you, maybe, hopefully, are going to sit with yourself afterwards and have some contemplation. Not about how to deal with the evils of the world, but how to deal with the evil within oneself. If each and every single one of us was to sit down and deal with the evil within ourselves, we live in utopia, the very thing you want and dream of. Well, I just gave you a way to go for it. You must put yourself in the other person's shoes. You must put your heart in the other person's heart. To understand what it is that you're doing to them, or have been doing to them. When people have expectations of you, you do what you want because you're free. But when people do what they want with you, you punish them. And you find very subtle, smart ways to do so, where it doesn't directly look like punishment, right? Silent treatment, you disappear. Let's say you never return their calls, and then one time they don't return your call, That's it. You never call them again. It's like, I'm just going to say it, double standards. Now, for those of you who are going to deflect away from this message by saying, oh, Morgane, you have an issue with Aquarians. I know Aquarians, there's a difference, a big difference. I know you guys very well, which allows me to help you this way. Would I say this to any Aquarius that I meet in any circumstance? No, but you're here in the existential shift. So I'm saying this to you. Stop punishing people. That is not God-minded. That is not free. That's egoic AF. And cruel. Did I just click in for her to tell me that I'm cruel? Yeah. This is weird. I was going to do a tarot reading because I always do a tarot reading for the zodiac signs. So if you're new, this is not standard. Like it is standard for me to sit and talk for a very long time before I start dealing the cards. But I feel like a moment of mic drop. I might lose some of you, and I'm sorry about that, but that's how much I care about you. I'm willing to lose subscribers so that it, something touches you truly. Because everything you watch, you brief through it, you don't really listen, you take bits and pieces, you're smarter than that anyway. I'm not being sarcastic. You are smarter than most of what people on videos tell you, right? You already know most of it. Again, I'm not being sarcastic, that's just the case. But this one hits. And it needs to. So it's good. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will do an extended that is a love reading. I'm going to look into you and your person of interest and how things unfold in this coming month. And then after the tarot, I'll do runes. It's available below in the description box on Vimeo or on Patreon. I do love you very much. I'm even a fan, although it's hard for you to recognize. Maybe watch other videos, go back in time, especially if you're new, and see that other aspect of my readings for you. Yeah, this reading ends here.